Hi there, my name is Greg and I'd like to introduce you to the RV hauler named STUBS. This is a 1998 Mack and I'm going to show you a truck that's been an RV hauler for the last 14 years of its life and show you what a beaut this is. Kind of an interesting truck. Join me in this video if you're interested in learning more about this Mack. Jack and his wife purchased this truck 14 years ago, and this has been their exclusive RV hauler for all of that time, towing their fifth wheel. And you'll see that it's been set up in what we call the short configuration. So the rearmost axle was, the middle axle was removed, the rearmost axle was brought forward, and an air ride Mountain Master fifth wheel, a cushioning hitch. It not only goes up and down, but it has fore and aft chucking motion was installed. And that's been this truck's life for the last while. So it's been well taken care of. What we really like about our RV haulers is they're not working hard. They've got a life of retirement. They're still traveling, still putting the miles on them, still getting those oils moving around, but they're not working to the maximum of their capacity every single day. What's also attractive about this truck is because it's been an RV hauler, it only has 590,000 miles on it. Isn't that amazing? 590,000 miles. This is a variable torque engine and it's a Mack. Obviously it's got the larger sleeper. So what it has is it's got a berth up above the driver and passenger seat, and there are two bunks in the back, a lower bunk and an upper bunk. There's no refrigerator. There's a cabinetry for a microwave. Fuel capacity is two 100-gallon tanks. So we've got 200 gallons of fuel on board, roughly 2,000 miles of fuel. You can find the cheap fuel when you've got that much fuel on board. We've got beautiful condition tires. Now they are older. We've got Goodyears front and back, and the tread remaining is like 90%, which is amazing. We don't have sidewall cracking, but they are a little bit older, so that would be something you'd want to evaluate. So a 1998 truck is going to show some of its age, and you know me, rock chips. You'll see that I would like to polish these lenses and see if, actually I would look if we could replace those and get them to really pop and give great highway illumination. But check out the bumper. That's awesome. Just plain awesome. That's the original factory bumper. Beaut. Really nice. And, oh, wait, we gotta look at that. We'll just take a moment and we gotta look at the Bulldog. We're allowed to take a moment to appreciate those little things, aren't we? It's a good looking truck. Non-smoking. I'm really sensitive to smoke, and it's a non-smoking interior. I can tell. I will know right away as soon as I go in a vehicle. So this one has been gone through mechanically, and everything is sound in this truck. So oil sample analysis has been done. We've done a very thorough inspection. We've taken time to look at things like kingpins, brakes, oil leaks, and this truck stands up really well. So if this is a truck that you might be interested in making yours, we will ensure that all the fluids are changed, filters are all done. Really, we'll take care of the preventative maintenance so that you don't have those things to worry about. I'll zoom in on some of the other parts here. So the rear tires, I'll point out, these are actually low profile 24.5s. So 285, 75, 24.5s, these are a taller profile tire. So we are getting more fewer revolutions per mile, if that makes sense. We've got some aluminum storage boxes pretty nice for keeping barbecues and those things you don't want banging around in your fifth wheel. Put them in there. This is easily removed. You can see that just came out of storage to our yard. Put a spot to put some fuel tanks and things like that. And what I'll do is I'll uncover the hitch next. So this is a Mountain Master. These have been around. These were built quite some time ago. They're a tried and true design. And what it has is it has fore and aft anti-chucking, which is really cool. So this is a greasable sleeve. You can see there's a little bit of grease in there. And what happens is, you know, when you get that kind of banging motion forwards and backwards on your trailer, these shocks, these rubber bushings, absorb that fore and aft motion. There's a set up here. This is a standard Binkley head, one that we have seen. This was made by Holland. Been around forever and is still a current head. Parts available for it. What's also in here is this whole sled, I will call it, has airbag underneath it, airbag system. So this thing actually controls the downward motion. And as well, if you look, I'll try to get it right down there. See those yellow? There's two shocks as well. So this controls its dampening in its movement. Very nice design hitch. Happy to see. Now I'd like to point out we've got a lot of options with this truck. It's single short right now, so this is a really nimble truck. This thing is shorter than a lot of pickup trucks. You know what? Let's put a tape measure on it. Okay, here's the official measurement. It's right from Rob's belly.
Yep.
So we're gonna go all the way forward. Spencer is gonna let us know. Eagle Eye says
23 foot 6 inches.
23 foot 6 inches. That's a short truck.
What's the wheelbase?
That's pretty awesome. You want to know the wheelbase? Yeah, let's measure the wheelbase.
Okay. Bring her in, yep. Nimble. Right there, bud.
What do we got? 15 feet, 4.5, 15 feet, 5 inches. Let's round up.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nimble.
That's, yeah, nimble.
Yeah, it's very nimble.
That's nimble. So this RV hauler is what we would call, it could be a daily driver, right? If you're pulling with a pickup truck, you're not parking in the front row at Walmart, you're parking in the back. Well, this thing is like your pickup truck, right? It's 100 inches wide and, you know, 23 some feet long. Not bad. So this is a truck that, you know, obviously we can't put a vehicle up on the deck right now, but we've got options, right? We have the ability, should you want, we can lengthen this frame. I can even move that that axle back a little bit if you want me to. We could put a deck on here. We could get a motorcycle up there. Now, right now, no, really, there isn't enough room for anything up there. We could tuck some stuff up in behind a sleeper, you know, bicycle, something like that, but there really isn't enough space. Remember, we need a good 52, 54 inches from the pin to the back of the cab. Let me measure that for you and show you. So what we're going to measure is what I always really like to see. Center pin? Is, yeah, from the center, that's 56 inches. And remember, your trailer, when you connect your fifth wheel and it's pointing out in that direction, it is 51 inches wide. So if you look right here, I'm just going to get this in line. You see right there, that end of that tape measure is 56 inches. So what I've got here is when you jackknife your trailer, in other words, you've got the trailer coming towards me right at 90 degrees, your trailer will be 5 inches away from this handle when it's jackknifed 90 degrees. Does that make sense? Hope it does. And here's the variable torque MACK power plant. So what's really attractive to this is a non-emissions engine, right? We don't have the DPF, the DEF, none of that. Here's a truck that anybody can fix. Everybody knows these trucks. They've been on the road a long time. And it's had a nice life for its last 14 years. Let's talk about the power for a little bit. This is a 355/380 horsepower variable torque engine. So it varies the torque and the horsepower in the top gears. So this is a stick shift. We've got a clutch on the floor, right? This is a 1998, so a little bit older truck, but I'll take you up inside now and show you what we've got. This one is in beautiful interior condition, because again, 14 years of being an RV hauler. Now hang on, just before we climb up inside this Mack, inside of STUBS, I want to ask a favor of you. If you're interested in this truck, or if you're interested in seeing the subsequent trucks we get here in the yard, builds that we're doing for people, we've got a whole bunch in the yard right now that we're working on. If you'd like to see some of those future videos, what I'm going to ask you to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell. Subscribe is awesome, but if you hit the bell, you get a notification when we post a new video. The other thing that really helps me is tell me what you want to see. We are here to make videos for you to answer your questions, so please post your questions down below in this video, in the description field, and I try to get to every single question that I can. Now, let's get inside. Nice. We've got dual air ride National seats in here, so we've got beautiful cushioning, lumbar support, really firm seats. These aren't pounded out. Awesome condition. Let me turn the camera around and we'll show you the dash. Beautiful steering wheel condition, plastics. It's obvious this truck has been taken care of. Nice clean carpeting, and as I said, the smell, super clean. Stereo, CB radio, manly man horn, checking all the boxes, right? And let's take a look in the sleeper. So there are 2 bunks in the back, and up here on the behind the passenger seat is the cabinetry for a microwave. Panning down, that's all open, which is really nice, so it's easy to get in and out of the bed. And there's the upper bunk, and you can see the windows up there. Cabinetry behind the driver's position, and a clothes cabinet back here. The back wall is beautiful. There's no scratches or marks or anything. There's the rear heater controls to the right of the screen for heat and air conditioning. And then up above the driver and passenger is a big storage space, really another berth up there. What we're going to do next is I'm going to take you on a test drive. So Jack, the former owner of STUBS, is going to take us on a test drive. He's going to show us some shifts. He's going to show how beautiful this truck sounds on the road and how stable it is, how smooth it is. Let's go for a spin. And action. Okay, you ready for this? Last trip to Arizona, pulling the 5th wheel, 13.5 miles per gallon. True story. Now we're getting all the really good stuff. So Jack is sharing with me that on the last trip to Phoenix, Arizona, that's from here, from Calgary, the whole way, 1 fill. That's pretty awesome. So Jack, where does she like to run for speed?
While pulling the trailer, I was traveling around 100. But just coming here today, I had her up to 125.
So Jack reports, you know, his Phoenix trips, his long distance trips, he likes to run kind of 62 miles an hour. But Boogie in here, he was doing 75 miles an hour. So as always, we just observe, you know, the steering wheel. We don't have vibrations at all in the truck. Hands off. Look at that. Nice. And putting our foot into it a little bit. There we go. So at 100K, it's 1500 RPM. Now we've got a wicked headwind right now. What we'll do is we'll shoot a video traveling in the other direction with the wind. You can see the grass is just a giving her. So here at the passenger seat, this truck rides really smooth. This is impressive, pretty nice. This is a tight truck. So Jack is going to gear down for us. We're going to take our right hand turn up here. Bit of foot brake. I'll see the truck gearing down. Spencer, you've been quiet in the back seat there. What are your observations? How's it ride?
Rides good. Sounds good. Has good pickup. I like it. It's a little squishy back here. I'm kind of tall.
You're kind of tall?
I'm kind of
okay.
Kind of tall, but
you're 6'2"?
6'1", yeah.
6'1", so a little bit hard to sit on that bed. Good to know.
Yeah.
This is part 2 of our test drive now. We're now with the wind, so just to show you the difference in the road noise. So there we are at 58 miles an hour. And we're able to have a normal conversation in the truck. We're not screaming at each other. But you know what it also has? It has a nice note. It has a nice sound to it. Sounds good. Oh, we forgot to make one other really important sound. Can you do that for me? No, that's better. That sounds really good now. Well, hey, thank you for joining Spencer, Jack, and myself on this test drive of STUBS. If you're interested in this RV hauler, want to get some information about it, you're always welcome to check out our website. We've got all kinds of information on the website, RVHaulers.ca. And of course, I always appreciate you taking a few minutes to look at our videos. Thanks for watching, and please drive safe. Oh, wait, up here on the screen, I'm going to add a couple other videos from our past. If you'd like to see some of the stuff we've done before, check them out.